Welcome to reality. You're now on the Code of Mind channel. Do you still believe your life moves in a straight line? That each day is just a continuation of the one before? As if everything follows a pre-written script and you're simply turning the pages one by one? Morning, day, evening, morning again. The same world, the same walls, the same faces, the same thoughts. But the truth is, this is just a convenient illusion. A construct built into your mind so you don't go insane from constant change. In reality, no new day is a continuation of the previous one. You're not continuing your life. You are rebooting. Every sunrise is a new entry point into a completely different configuration of reality. You just don't notice it because everything looks familiar. The same objects, the same street, the same person Radham. But everything has shifted. A different angle, a different frequency, as if someone slightly adjusted the tuning dial, and now you're inside a slightly altered version of the game. And you accept it as normal, because it's easier, because your mind craves stability. It wants something to hold on to and say, this is me, this is my life. It all makes sense. But it doesn't. You are living through a sequence of parallel reloads that adapt to your state, your fears, your expectations, your inner frequency. Each time, you are in a new world. It just looks like the old one so you don't get scared. This is the core illusion of the system. And at the same time, it's key. Because the moment you realize that a day is not a continuation, but a reload, you stop just repeating mornings. You begin influencing reality itself. The moment you wake up is not just opening your eyes. It is launching a new simulation. You think you just woke up in the same body in the same room with the same thoughts. But if you look closely, everything is slightly different. The light feels different. Your inner state feels different. Even the tone of your thoughts has shifted. You have entered an updated version of the world, like loading a new scene in a game. The textures are familiar, but something is off. And that something is everything. Because you are not just a viewer. You are the one loading the scene. You are the one deciding which version of reality appears on the screen of your consciousness. Every morning you stand at a crossroads. In those first minutes and before your mind is captured by routine, before memory fully overlays the filter of yesterday, you have the power to set the direction. In that moment, you are literally programming your entire day. Not through plans or to-do lists, but through your state. Through feelings, through images, through the frequency you begin to emit from the very first minute. If you wake up in anxiety, the world will respond with anxious events. If you wake up in gratitude, reality will begin to mirror that back to you. Waking up is a portal, not a metaphor, not a poetic image, a real energetic gateway through which you enter one version of reality. And the more consciously you pass through it, the more possibilities open up within your day. Because you are the one choosing to load a scenario of struggle or a scenario of power. You think you wake up as the same person you were before sleep. But that's an illusion. Every night, while your body rests, your consciousness returns to its source. It disperses only to reassemble again. And in the morning you load as a new version, the same body, the same memories, but a different configuration. Sometimes you even notice it yourself. Why something that mattered yesterday suddenly feels irrelevant today. Why yesterday you felt irritation, and today there is calm inside. Because during the night, a restructuring happened. Subtle, invisible, but fundamental. And within that new version, everything is already there. Your emotions, your fears, your desires, even decisions you haven't consciously made yet. A new identity doesn't appear from nothing. It is compiled from your subconscious patterns, your past experiences, your body's sensations, and most importantly, your intention. The silent command you gave yourself before sleep. The energy you carried into the night. That's why your state before sleep matters. It becomes the base of your morning version. But what matters even more is what you do with that morning. Because identity is not a constant. It is a variable. You can wake up feeling resentment and choose not to be that person. You can wake up in a body that feels weak and choose to act as if strength is already there. And from that point, a new scenario begins. You are not the result of yesterday. You are the starting point of a new version of yourself. Everything you see in the morning is not just the outer world. It is a reflection of your inner state. The same walls, the same people, the same job, even the same city noise. It all seems identical, but look closer. The colors are different, their depth, their sharpness, their warmth, and it's not the sun setting that tone. It's you, because the moment you open your eyes, the reflection process begins. Your vibration, your internal frequency becomes the pattern, and reality, like a kaleidoscope, rearranges itself around it. That's why two people can live the same day in completely different worlds. One meets rudeness, resistance, closed doors. The other meets help, smiles, and perfect timing. The cause is not outside. It's in the calibration of the mirror. If inside you there is noise, fear, doubt, the world reflects exactly that. You will see fear in the news, aggression in strangers, distrust in conversations. But if there is inner stillness, even chaos begins to organize itself. The world is not built from the past. It is built from the pattern of the present. And that pattern is you. You may think actions are what matter most. That reality is shaped by effort, logic, and goals. But the true structure of the world forms earlier, deeper, at the level of vibration. Your morning state is your internal password. If you wake up with tension, doubt, fatigue, your day will reflect that weight. Not because the world is heavy, but because that's the signal you sent. But if you wake up with even the smallest sense of gratitude, for the light, for the silence, for your breath, you change the starting frequency. And that frequency builds a different version of reality around you. The right people, the right conversations, the right coincidences. Everything responds to your signal. You don't control the entire world, but you control which version of it you enter. You are the source of the signal. And the quality of that signal defines the quality of the scene. The higher the frequency, the more refined the space. The clearer the emotion, the clearer the reflection. This is not magic. This is calibration. You don't have to force yourself to be happy. But you can choose what you build your next day on. On fear, or on trust, on exhaustion, or on light. And the world will respond. It always listens, even when you are silent. You may not feel it, but every morning is not a continuation of yesterday. It is not a path from point A to point B. It is a portal. And you are not the same person you were yesterday. You open your eyes and everything seems the same. The same walls, the same kitchen, the same clothes. But you are different, subtly, one layer deeper, one breath further. And in this version of you, there are different meanings, different reactions, a different path. This is the loading of a new universe. You do not continue the old script unless you choose it. You begin the day with clean code. A new combination of thoughts, sensations, subconscious patterns, dreams, and vibrations. Each day is a chance to rewrite the past through a new perception, to change your interpretation, and therefore change your trajectory, not by changing events, but by changing their meaning. And with that, their outcome. You can take your pain and read it differently. You can look at the same moment from yesterday and suddenly understand. It was necessary. It was a turning point. Not an ending, but a beginning. You are the editor of your life, and every morning is a blank page. Write whatever you choose. The system updates daily, and your code is in your choices. People believe each day is a return to the same self, the same habits, the same reality. But the truth is, you never return. You rebuild yourself every time. In the moment of waking, you don't just get out of bed. You activate a new version of yourself, with new settings, new awareness, new perception. You are like an updated application with the same name, but different functionality. What triggered you yesterday can become a lesson today. What felt like a dead end can feel like a transition, because you are different. And every time you choose a conscious response instead of an automatic reaction, you write a new line of code into reality. You become the author, not just the user. You are not a passenger. You are the one directing. This is how the universe lives. Through your frequency, through your vibration, through your choice. Let this day become a new line in the reality you are creating. Let this morning be a portal into a world that responds to you with clarity and with alignment. Thank you for being with me on this channel. I wish you the best possible branch of reality. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.